आज हम डिस्कशन करेंगे अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन। अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन किसको बोलेंगे? सपोज हम एक सीरीज ऑफ नंबर्स ले रहे हैं। सीरीज ऑफ नंबर्स में जब दोनों कंजिक्यूटिव, दोनों पास नंबर का डिफरेंस ऑलवेज सेम रहेगा तो हम उसको बोलेंगे अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन। हियर हम जो लिए हैं यहाँ पे A1, A2, A3 अप टू AN लिए हैं। ये सीरीज ऑफ नंबर्स हैं where A1 is the first term. Actually each number is called the term. There are n number of terms here. First one is A1, which is first term. This is the second term and this is the nth term. Like this. और इसमें ये बोल रहा है कि डिफरेंस बिटवीन एनी टू कंजिक्यूटिव टर्म्स, जो भी दो कंजिक्यूटिव टर्म्स लेंगे उसका बीच का डिफरेंस रहेगा सेम। वो सेम डिफरेंस को हम बोलेंगे कॉमन डिफरेंस। दैट मीन्स वी कैन राइट, अगर हम A2 माइनस A1 लेंगे, A2 माइनस A1 जो आएगा, A3 माइनस A2 लेंगे वही आएगा। सिमिलरली A4 माइनस A3 लेंगे वही आएगा। और AN माइनस AN-1 लेंगे वो भी वही है, सेम आएगा। एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड D, विच इज कॉमन डिफरेंस। AN माइनस AN-1 इज D। दैट मीन्स द कॉमन डिफरेंस बिटवीन एनी टू कंजिक्यूटिव टर्म्स इज द D सेम, दैट इज D or common difference. D is called common difference. And A1 we also call it as A, which is the first term of the series. This is called first term. Now we will derive the expression. हम expression निकालेंगे nth term का, AN का वैल्यू क्या होगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म, कॉमन डिफरेंस एंड नंबर ऑफ टर्म्स। A1, suppose we are writing here A1, also first term, that is called A also you can write. This is the first term, this is A1, you write A and 1, this is the first term. Similarly A2 is the second term, we write it as A plus the common difference D. You see A2 minus A1 is equal to D. A2 minus A1 is equal to D. और A1 plus D is equal to A2 and A1 is equal to A. Similarly here if you write A3 will be equal to A plus 2D, that is equal to A plus 2D, A plus 2D. Similarly we can write A4, A5 like this. Suppose we write AP, how we will write? We will see it AP or AQ. AQ is the qth term. And finally we will write AN. AN is equal to how much? Now here if we will analyze this one, first one we can write A as A plus 1 minus 1 into D. Second term we can write it as A plus 2 minus 1 into D. And third term we can write it as a plus 3 minus 1 into d. First one is 1 minus 1 into d. Second one is 2 minus 1 into d. Third term is 3 minus 1 into d. Similarly, the pth term now we can write it as a plus p minus 1 into d. P minus 1 into d. Similarly, qth term we can write it as a plus q minus 1 into d. And nth term we can write it as a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula for general formula for nth term, that is an. An or Tn can be written as a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the general formula for the nth term. This is the formula for finding nth term. Formula for finding nth term, that is a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is the first term, n is the number of terms, d is the common difference, and an is the nth term. Now, if you will take ap minus aq, you see here ap minus aq, we will get a plus p minus 1 into d minus a plus q minus 1 into d. So we can write this as a plus pd minus d minus a minus qd plus d. Now if you will see here, this plus d minus d will be cancelled out, plus a minus a will be cancelled out, and we will get only p minus q into d. You just remember this ap minus aq, that is t same as tp minus tq. Tp minus term p minus term q will be equal to p minus q into the common difference. And for the general formula, you see Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. If we rearrange it, we will get, इसको हम मिलेगा nd minus d. Tn is the function of n actually. You see here a we can write rearrange it, हम उसको rearrange करेंगे ऐसे, a minus d लिखेंगे plus nd. And here the coefficient of n, if Tn is given in terms of n, if Tn is given in terms of n, then this is equal to Tn. If Tn is given in terms of n, then the coefficient of n is the common difference. Then the coefficient of n is the common difference. Let us solve some problems. First one is, this is the arithmetic series. If you will see here, the first term is root 7, Second term is square root of 28, which can be written as 2 into 2 into 7 square root. So this will be equal to 2 into root 7. And the third term is 63, that is equal to 3 into 3 into 7, 3 into 3 into 7, that is equal to 3 into square root of 7. And the arithmetic series, if you will see here, the series is written as like this: a1, a2 up to an. Or in general form, we write it as, first one is a1 is a, we have already taken it, a. Second is a2 के लिए क्या लिखेंगे ना, a2 लिख लें a1 प्लस डी और a प्लस डी. सेकेंड टर्म क्या लिख रहे थे, a प्लस 2d. थर्ड टर्म क्या लिख रहे थे, a प्लस 3d. इन दिस वे द nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. This was the expression. You see, ये सीरीज का है, ये अरिथमेटिक सीरीज का जनरल फॉर्म है. नाउ here the series is, first one is root 7, second term is 2 into root 7, third term is 3 into root 7. So fourth term will be equal to, in sequence it is equal to 4 into root 7, because here the first term a is equal to root 7, common difference d is equal to 2 into root 7 minus root 7, that is a2 minus a1. This is, first one is a1, second one is a2, third one is a3. So a2 minus a1 और a3 minus a2 you can take also. लेंगे तो हमको ये मिलेगा, d मिलेगा root 7. So the fourth term will be equal to third term plus the common difference. a4 will be equal to a3 plus d. That is 3 into root 7 plus root 7, that is 4 into root 7. Similarly, the next term of this AP, the first term a1 is equal to root 6, second term a2 is equal to 4 into 6 whole square root, that is 2 into root 6, a3 3 into root 6, because this is 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 6 square root. This was 3 into 3 into 6 square root. इसका स्क्वायर रूट तो आ जाएगा. नेक्स्ट a4 विल बी इक्वल टू 4 इंटू रूट 6. सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 4 इंटू 6, that is square root of 96. Here a1 is equal to root 6 and d is equal to 2 into root 6 minus root 6, that is equal to root 6. So that means you go on adding root 6 for getting the next term. a3 is 3 into root 6, so a4 will be equal to 3 into root 6 plus root 6. So this is equal to 4 into root 6. Next is a plus, if a, b, c are in AP and common difference is d, then we have to find out a minus 2b minus c. That you have to find out. यहाँ पे देखिए, यहाँ पे जितना ऑप्शन दिया गया है ये सब a और d के टर्म में है, तो उसको कैसे लिखेंगे. a को a रहने देते हैं ना. व्हाट अबाउट b, हमको पता है b इज इक्वल टू a प्लस डी. सीरीज जो है यहाँ पे a b c, तो फर्स्ट टर्म इज ऑफ सपोज a, सेकेंड टर्म विल बी इक्वल टू a प्लस डी, दैट मीन्स b इज इक्वल टू a प्लस डी. Second term is a plus 2d, third term is a plus 2d, that means a plus 2d is equal to c. So b is equal to a plus d. If you will compare the terms, then a plus d is equal to b. This implies b 2b is equal to 2a plus 2d. Similarly, c is equal to a plus 2d. Put all the values there. This implies that is a minus 2 into, in place of b or in place of 2b we write 2a plus 2d, minus in place of c we write it as a plus 2d. So this will be equal to a minus 2a minus a minus 2d minus 2d. So now this plus a minus a will be cancelled out. हमको मिल जाएगा ये माइनस 2a हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा माइनस 4d. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, p minus 1, p plus 1, 2p plus 3 are in AP. If three terms are in AP, then their common difference is same. That means p plus 1 consecutive terms we have to check. Consecutive terms हो गया p minus 1 and p plus 1, they are consecutive terms. So you can write p plus 1 minus p minus 1 is same as और two consecutive terms हो गया 2p plus 3 और p plus 1. So we write this as, simplify it, this will be equal to p plus 1 minus p plus 1 2p plus 3 minus p minus 1. Plus p minus p will be cancelled out. So ये हो जाएगा 2, ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा इधर, 2p minus p will be equal to p only. Plus 3 minus 1, that is plus 2. This implies p is equal to 0. P is equal to 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. If 11th and 13th term of an AP are, that means T11 is given, T11 is equal to 39 and T13 is equal to 45, and we have already found that TP minus TQ is equal to P minus Q into D. So TP, that means T13 minus T11 is equal to 13 minus 11 into D. So this will be equal to 2D. T13 is 45 and T11 is 39. So this is equal to 6. So D will be equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. Also you can write it, the total term also you can write Tn, you can write the formula for Tn. T11 के लिए अगर हम लिखेंगे उसको ऐसे लिखेंगे a plus 11 minus 1 into d, that is equal to a plus 10d. इसके लिए अगर लिखेंगे ऐसे लिखेंगे a plus 13 minus 1 into d, that is a plus 12d. If we subtract these two equations, we will get 2d is equal to 45 minus 13, that is 6. From here also we will get t is equal to 3. The common difference of the AP whose nth term is given as an is equal to 3n plus 7. हम अभी बोले थे कि tn जो रहेगा, अगर tn एक लीनियर फंक्शन ऑफ m रहेगा, लीनियर फंक्शन ऑफ n, then coefficient of n is the common difference. That means common difference is 3. Here also you can write an is equal to 3n plus 7. So a1 will be equal to 3 into 1 plus 7, which is equal to 10. Similarly a2, 3 into 2 plus 7, 6 plus 7 is 13, and common difference d is a2 minus a1, which is equal to 13 minus 10, which is equal to 3. Next is find a and b so that the numbers, these are in AP. The AP in the general form we write a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, like this. And if we compare, अगर हम कंपेयर करेंगे, ये हो गया a is a plus d is 7, a plus 2d is b, and a plus 3d is 23. This implies a plus d, a plus 3d is equal to 23 and a plus d is equal to 7. अगर हम उस दोनों इक्वेशन को सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, ये हो जाएगा माइनस माइनस माइनस, तो ए प्लस है माइनस इज इक्वल टू 0, ये हो जाएगा 2d इज इक्वल टू 16. दिस implies d is equal to 16 by 2 which is equal to 8. So a will be equal to a plus d is equal to 7. You see, a plus d is equal to 7, that is equal to a plus 8, or a will be equal to 7 minus 8 which is equal to minus 1. Similarly for b is equal to a plus 2d. A plus 2d is equal to b. This implies a is equal to minus 1 plus 2d, 2 times d is 8, that is equal to 16 minus 1, that is 15, which is equal to b. So b is equal to 15 and a is equal to minus 1. This is the last question. Now if t1, t2, t3 up to tn are consecutive terms of an AP, then we have to find these values. It is some Olympiad type of question. Here if you will see, t1 is equal to, first term we write it as a, suppose, then t2 is equal to a plus d. What it implies actually, t2 minus t1 is equal to d, and t3 minus t2 is also equal to d. That is the difference between two consecutive terms is d. Now suppose 1 by t1 into t2, we can write this as t1 t1 into t2. So this can be written as 1 by t1, that is t2 by t1 into t2, minus t1 by t1 into t2. So this is equal to 1 by d into 1 by t1 minus 1 by t2. This t2 will be cancelled out, t1 will be cancelled out. That means what we got, 1 by t1 into t2 can be written as, ये लिख सकते हैं 1 by d into 1 by t1 minus 1 by t2. Similarly 1 by t2 into t3 can be written as 1 by d into 1 by t2 minus 1 by t3. t3 t4, 1 by t3 into t4 written as 1 by d into 1 by t3 minus 1 by t4. Similarly up to tn, that means 1 by tn minus 1 into tn, 1 by tn minus 1 into tn, that is equal to 1 by d into 1 by tn minus 1 minus 1 by tn. Now if we add all these terms, then we will see these terms will be cancelled out. So what we will get after addition, addition के बाद हमको ये मिल जाएगा 1 by d. If we add all these terms, this will be equal to 1 by d into 1 by t1 minus 1 by tn, that is equal to 1 by d into tn minus t1 by t1 into tn. So this is equal to 1 by d, tn is t1 plus n minus 1 into d, minus t1 keep as it is, divided by T1 into Tn. Now this T1 प्लस T1 माइनस T1 विल बी कैंसल्ड आउट, ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा, डी कैंसिल हो जाएगा, हमारे पास ये रहेगा n माइनस 1 बाई T1 इंटू Tn. दिस विल बी द आंसर. This is the first choice.